Now, as seen in that report, the plight of oil tankers in the Middle East are indeed raising the burden of prices at the pumps for consumers worldwide. And for a gauge of the public sentiment here, I have our economics correspondent Kim Jun-hong standing by live at a filling station in Capital Seoul. Jun-hong, do fill us in.
Yes, Sunny, I'm standing at a gas station here in Seoul. Even though this particular station offers prices lower than nearby stations, gasoline and diesel are both in the 1,981 range, approximately $1 and 31 cents per liter. Just a few days ago, this gas station was crowded with drivers lining up to fill their cars. But with fuel prices continuing to climb, the atmosphere is noticeably quieter today. Staff here say the number of customers has dropped sharply since last Saturday, since the government's new price cap came into effect. Drivers we managed to speak to say the steady price hikes are becoming harder to ignore. Let's take a listen.
I'm trying to minimize how often I fill up my car, and if it's not really necessary, I use public transportation instead. I also run a restaurant, and it's not just the cost of gas. Ingredient prices have gone up as well, so it's really tough to run a business these days.
I drive a cargo truck, and it takes about 300 liters to fill up. But lately it's been really hard to keep working. I even tried driving slower to cut down fuel use, but I still can't manage to fill up even half of what I normally would.
Fuel prices in South Korea have been steadily rising over the past week. Today, the nationwide average for gasoline is 1,921 per liter, an increase of more than 5% compared to a week ago. In Seoul, prices are even higher at 1,964 won per liter on average. This comes after the government rolled out the second round of its price cap last Friday. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Resources raised the ceiling by 210 won for both gasoline and diesel in response to rising global oil prices. And given a delay of about 2 to 3 weeks before global price changes are reflected at local pumps, prices here are likely to keep rising for now, regardless of short-term moves in global oil markets.
Right, and in light of that reality, Chun-hong, I believe the government here has raised its alert level for crude oil. Could you tell us more?
Right, so the government announced yesterday that it would upgrade the energy security alert for crude oil to the second highest level, which has already been activated starting today. The system is consisted of 4 tiers based on the severity of the crisis and its impact on daily life and the economy. Since the onset of the Middle East conflict, the alert has been raised in stages roughly every 2 weeks, reflecting growing concerns over potential supply disruptions. At this elevated level, the government will fully activate its emergency response measures, including securing alternative supplies that bypass the Strait of Hormuz and increasing overseas inflows. At the same time, the government is calling on the public to use less energy. Starting next week, the public sector's vehicle rotation will be tightened from a 5-day to a 2-day system, with an odd-even schedule based on the last digit of a vehicle's license plate. A 5-day weekday-based rotation will also apply to public parking facilities that were not previously included. That's the latest from here, and back to you, Sunny.
All right, Chun-hong, thank you for that coverage. That was our Kim Jun-hong reporting live from the ground.